friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, a channel dedicated to uplifting and enhancing your spiritual well-being. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this reading. Today is Monday, April 6th, and 6 is a good energy. It's a good balance. So we're going to get started on this reading. But first, while I am cleansing the space, I want to go ahead and go over a couple of astrological aspects that are going to influence your energy today. Okay, first, the moon is in Cancer, and this is kind of, you're going to feel like, kind of like homey and nesting and cooking and nurturing, taking care of your space and your relationships. Now, that brings up another point. I am a professional organizer as well as a life coach and spiritual life coach, and my goal is to help you kind of focus on getting your life in order, creating order instead of chaos in your life so that you can focus on your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So I tie all of these together. So I have a sister channel called The Organizer Advisor on YouTube. I have playlists for just about organizing everything, but there's money saving suggestions, self-care. It's the whole gamut of how to totally transform your life. But I also am on Facebook and TikTok at The Organizer Advisor. So please follow me there if you need that kind of support. It's all free. I don't have any paywalls, and it's there for you to help enhance your happiness and transform your life so that you can focus on your spiritual well-being. All right, so moon in Cancer, homey. It's going to feel kind of comfortable today. We have that emotional water energy. So there may be some deep emotions kind of coming to the surface, but just self-nurture. Okay, I'll pull some sacred self-care cards to help with that at the end of this reading, so stay tuned. All right, we also have the sun in Aries, sextiling Jupiter in Gemini. This is confidence meets opportunity. So try something new. I'm going to make soap today. I have all my stuff. I'm going to make some goat's milk soap out of my goat's milk that I had when I had goats. And then it's also kind of take some light risks. Try something new. You know, if you wanted to explore a new hobby, this is a great opportunity. And then lastly, share some ideas. If you have positive ideas that would help someone else enhance their spiritual well-being, or do you have a skill that would help someone else transform their life, share those ideas. Start a YouTube channel, start a TikTok channel. Do something positive as outreach to the world. Now, Mercury is in Taurus as well as Venus in Taurus. And this is, number one, with Venus in Taurus, this is all about beauty. So dedicate some time to enhancing your surroundings. This is going to help relax your nervous system. Your space should be a soul-soothing space. It should not be triggering to your nervous system. So maybe create a cozy corner today. That's that Venus energy with the moon in Cancer. But also manifesting it in the physical is kind of just as it's a cathartic process. It's a creative process. It's a great opportunity to create an ideal space so that you can visit that space and soothe that vagus nerve. But also, this is a good time with Mercury and Taurus being about communication. Slow down. Think Knight of Pentacles energy. Slow down. Slow your processes down, but also your communication. Think before you speak, and you're going to have that opportunity. So consider carefully before you give advice or before you share some constructive criticism. Okay, so lastly, the overall energies, the fire of Aries is kind of cradled by that Cancerian energy of the water, and then also is supported and grounded and anchored by that Taurus energy. So basically, you're going to be able to move forward today with something new or recreate something old. And this, you can going to do this with being in touch with your feelings. It's going to create an intuitive space for you to create from your inner self, your authentic self, but you're also going to do it with just a little grace. All right, let's get to the cards. I'm going to be using the Romance Oracle, The Eye of Zen by Jennifer Walker Zen, and then I'm going to pull from the Journey, the Zen Out Journey Tarot, and that is by Cassie Gould, sorry. All right, let's get started. I do not read oracles in reverse, so always upright for oracles, but I will read this deck of tarot cards in the reverse if they occur. Not all decks I read reversals. Okay, spiritual. Oh, absolutely. Kind of feels like a spiritual kind of day. Has isolation. Okay. Now, this has not necessarily negative connotations. Isolation is also very good for really getting in touch with your authentic self, with your intuition, as well as your spiritual self. So, um, I really feel like today would be a good day just to kind of slow down and stay home if you can. This is with that all that Cancerian energy, with that Venus energy. It's really a good day just to kind of nestle at home. I just nestling in at home is just the vibe of today. But maybe do something crafty or start something new. That needlepoint project that's been sitting there, or maybe you have a canvas, a blank canvas, and you want to paint something. All right, here we have the Six of Pentacles. Told you that six energy. That's just kind of equilibrium energy, very balanced. This is just let the energy flow. Um, don't get too wrapped up in anything. If you start to feel like your feelings are escalating, step back, slow down, don't engage passionately. Just kind of take a breath. Four of Cups. There's some resistance here. It's also kind of a melancholy. And I think that's where that isolation energy is coming in. Some people are uncomfortable being alone. Um, and I'm not going to say that that's wrong. I'm just going to say that sometimes, oh, Three of Swords. Sometimes it is beneficial to have that alone time, to allow your nervous system to relax, to allow yourself to do some breath work, to allow just your thoughts to penetrate deeply. The Chariot, there's that moving forward energy with, you know, that confidence meets opportunity. That's the Chariot energy. Love to see that card. That's the only major arcana this far. I'm going to pull one more card, and then we'll figure out what this is saying to us. The Chariot is that Cancerian energy, definitely. There's a overcoming. Okay, this one came out, Page of Swords. There's that communication in the challenged position. So really kind of mimicking the astrology, just as I said. I'll do the bottom of the deck in just a second. But first of all, we're in this balanced energy. It's a 6-day, so just the 6th of April. So we have the 6 energy. That's exactly what I felt. But this is just kind of like that ease. And it's not withholding. It's kind of allowing the interest and disinterest to balance. And that's what I see in this Four of Cups. Focus on something new, focus on something novel, focus on something that's gratifying, but liberating at the same time. So that's usually trying something new, using your innovation, your creativity, your intuition, and just something that feeds the soul, nurtures the soul. That's that Cancerian energy. Now, we do have the Three of Swords here and the Page of Swords bookending this. And so together, this would be like Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is kind of that rest, relax, restore, rejuvenate, take a break. So if you can take a break today, if you can stay home and stay in your sweats and, you know, fuzzy socks and a nice comfy throw, and you can do needlepoint, crocheting, knitting, whatever, something that just nurtures you. If you want something a little bit more hands-on, it could be maybe some woodwork, maybe whittling. I mean, isn't that making a comeback? Um, you know, painting, maybe, you know, create, like I said, repaint a corner and create a cozy space. Do something exciting to your soul. It doesn't have to be run of the mill. It doesn't have to be magazine perfect. Do something that feels soothing to you. But then individually with those Three of Swords, there could be a little bit of disruption later today. It could be that maybe somebody says something, or maybe you're kind of taking a little bit of isolation time just to kind of pull back because there's been a little bit of some emotional hurt, or maybe some communication that was not exactly expressed the way it was meant to. And then here we have the Page of Swords. This is kind of that awkward communication. So this is where that Taurus energy is going to help us slow down a little bit. Somebody may say something that on the face of it makes you feel a little bit offended, or maybe like, what? What? But slow down before you respond. Don't react. Just slow down and say, not everybody communicates well. And I really feel like that's going to be the issue. But for the main purpose of today, this is about something. Move forward with this Chariot energy, but do it with feeling, intuition, and grace. All right, let me pull a sacred self-care. We did have a focus for the week. I did pull a focus for the week, and anything is possible, and you've got so much to offer the world. These were the focus that we pulled on Saturday for the weekend. So for the week, I want to say this is what we're doing: creating a life that you love. So I'm all about creating a life that you love, and that dovetails into my other YouTube channel, Facebook page, TikTok channel, The Organizer Advisor. Please visit there and consider subscribing. because it does have a lot of information. I got to clean it up a little bit. There's a lot of stuff going on that channel with the archived videos, but there's a lot of positive, uplifting information on ways that you can truly transform your life. Everything from every nook and cranny, cleaning your home, to organizing documents, to high clutter items. I have cooking videos, how to make the most of your food budget. I'm all about saving money because financial well-being is a part of my life coaching. I'm not a financial advisor, but financial health is, or fiscal health is, a way of improving your emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. Now, on this isolation card, I just want to say again, this is not a negative. I hope you're not feeling isolated, but this is alone time is needed, time for deep soul searching. And then we have the spiritual card. So you already see how that kind of plays in. So let's get a couple of sacred self-care things you can do today to support your emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. So this is the Sacred Self-Care by Jill Pyle. Write a gratitude list. Gratitude, and that's a 5-5 card. I've been seeing 5-5 a lot lately. The gratitude is a great energy for healing your nervous system. It formulates a great brain chemistry that brings your brain and your heart into coherence, which is very healing for your nervous system. Sex. Okay, always my favorite. It's a 44 card. We're into master numbers today. Releasing some sexual tension. Maybe that's what this communication might be about. Oh. Connect with fire. That could be if maybe in the evening, a glass of wine by the fireplace, maybe, a bonfire or a small fire in the fire pit, maybe roast some marshmallows, make s'mores if that's soothing to your soul. If not, just a candle. Make sure you do it safely, please. Maybe some candle gazing would help you get in touch with that intuition. It's also very relaxing. So maybe a candle in your cozy corner. All right, my friends, that is the reading for today. I hope it helps. Please consider liking this video, sharing it with someone who might need some positive energy today. Also, consider subscribing to my channel and to my sister channel. It really helps out. But the most valuable thing you can do for me is leave me a comment. That is what triggers the algorithm the most to get these videos out to other people so they can be helpful to them as well. So I hope you have a wonderful day. And until I see you again, I wish you wellness. Namaste.